Good morning, everyone. Hello. Let me open up my screen. Today is the 20th of January, and we are inching ever closer to our triumvirate vaults. So that will be talked about a little bit later. But, Vess, what do you think of the price action on Bitcoin? This has been a little, well, sell the news, a little ridiculous, a little sad, because, it's dragging the whole crypto market down with it. And
Yeah,
we have to find out why. We have to get to the bottom of this.
yeah.
So,
Do you have any do you have any theories?
I have some leads, yes, because of
Okay.
Twitter. So the
Okay.
results may shock you. No, the so we know all of these ETFs have gone live, right? So we thought, oh my gosh, the second coming of Jesus is here. We're going to be rich, right? And for the
Yeah.
most part, apparently they're sucking in a decent amount of volume and inflows into these products, right? But you're thinking, well, where is the money going? Because it's definitely not coming from the open market. It's literally just kind of falling down flat on its face after this event of the ETF approval, historic. But what I found out after doing a little bit of research is that the older Bitcoin trust, that was not an ETF but a trust, is active and it has massive outflows. So the theory is that people who've been involved in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, again, this is not the ETF product, the theory is that they are taking profits and removing their Bitcoin or their value of their Bitcoin from that trust and moving it into the ETFs. Why? Because it has a 1.5% fee, whereas some of these ETFs have a maintenance fee of 0.7 or zero point 0.2, something really low in comparison. So, needless to say, if you're a boomer and you want exposure to Bitcoin, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is now not the only option. In fact, it's the most expensive option from a maintenance fee perspective. So, we have that shrinking and just playing musical chairs, right? So, people are taking profit and they're just moving into all these other ETFs. Now, as I saw on a few people had noted on X a few as this went live, the ETFs, that some brokers like Vanguard, I think, was not allowing anyone to get exposure to these. In other words, when you go to Vanguard's website, and this might be the wrong example, but I think it was Vanguard, you're trying to say, hey, I would like to invest in HODL or BTCO or ARKB or any of these ETF products, but they weren't listed on Vanguard's freaking website. And they said it does not align with our market values. Right, so it's only a matter of time till customers say, you know what, screw you, Vanguard. And again, it might not be Vanguard. I'm going to go to another. I'm going to go to Ameritrade, or I'm going to go to some other brokerage that lets me have exposure to what I want because it's a free market. They should list these products. Now, from what I understand, not every broker is currently listing these products because it doesn't align with their values. So I think in the next few months we should see this kind of just suck up more and more Bitcoin. And a third part of this is I understand a lot of OTC deals are happening. Bitcoin has miners and they have OTC Bitcoin to sell. So we haven't seen this impact the market so much. So all those things combined, it just hasn't had the impact yet. I think it will. And when you put money in these things and you invest long term is what we want. We want all the boomers and all the other people that don't necessarily want to mess with private keys. We want them to get exposure to Bitcoin through these devices, which just are another avenue for them instead of going through Coinbase. They can use these devices, and the inflow will continue to be better and better as we go. Hopefully, even past the halvening, we're going to ramp up and have a nice bull. But for now, we're in that post depression. Bitcoin ran for weeks, guys. It ran for weeks and weeks. For even from
Yeah.
16,000, it just kept going up, and now we're paying for it with just a little bit of sadness. I know I'm sad. So I checked on CoinDesk, and they're kind of in the same thing. Grayscale's great GBT's trust could see another 1.5 billion in sales from arb traders. So people are arbing past the GBT premium and going into the ETF, the new ETF products, right? So really, we're just gonna have a bit of adjustment here, I think. And what does that mean? Maybe I should put a Bitcoin short in. I don't know yet. So I've been just plowing my die into more gains because it's coming. So yeah, Bitcoin. That's that's sad. I just wish it would just go up forever, don't you, B bro? It's
Yeah, I do. But I don't. I mean, I guess I guess it's sort of like uh, it's being like, I don't know, suppressed by the fact that it kind of creates like an exit liquidity for people wanting to sell. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I mean, I'm not an expert on any of this.
I'm not a
Uh,
TradFi dude either. I just don't know TradFi or how these ETFs work. I know what an ETF is. I've invested in ETFs. I've had Ameritrade. I've had Fidelity and stuff. But I
I
was just like
barely
a
know
casual
that.
Joe. I was a very
Yeah,
casual Joe with all this. But crypto, I can speak it. I know it, and
yeah.
I can get rugged like the rest of you. Just so easy, and I know exactly what happened. So good, you won't believe. So okay, yeah. So we're gonna watch Bitcoin kind of tumble, I guess, for a bit, and that's sad. But we'll recover. Remember, Gains had its best runs during the Bitcoin bear. We gained on Bitcoin so well. So let's hope we get some of that back soon. This knife is very nice. It's cutting
Yeah,
so pleasantly.
I think that I get that. Uh, I don't know if this is like a parody or something, but I get an advert on my Instagram. Ah, okay, this is in someone's making a BLT with.
That is an amazing
Okay.
BLT. Wow,
That
I
looks
would.
nice, actually. I wonder if people cut bread that thin for like, I don't
Their
know.
hors d'oeuvres. Is that how you
Yeah,
pronounce it? Is that properly
yeah.
pronounced, Muzz? Hors d'oeuvres, or is it hors d'oeuvre? I don't know. So anyway, yeah.
I don't know why Americans are so bad at French. I mean,
What, dude, bro?
I'm,
This is
I'm, I'm not in any way like fluent in French, but I don't know if there's something in like the American, like the sounds that you're using. It's very like different from French.
it
So it's harder.
is
So it's harder for you to like your mouth to make those sounds.
hard for my mouth.
Uh, yeah, but I mean, don't take it personally. It's like I think that it's kind of like a meme that Americans aren't very good at pronouncing French words.
So this is a
Uh,
Europe meme. I'm already crying though. I already took it personally. Like you can't see me, but all the tears are streaming down my face so hard.
I'm sorry, Brian. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. I mean, burgers, I'm just, I don't speak it. You speak multiple languages. Midget Whale
No,
speaks like 20
or,
languages. It's
uh,
ridiculous, you guys.
yeah,
Most important thing is
so,
everybody speaks English, and that's the language of crypto telegram, so we're good. So,
yeah.
what's next for Bitcoin? I don't know, but look at Ethereum. Falling wedge. Now, this pattern is supposedly a bearish pattern if it breaks out of the wedge. So, as Bitcoin falls and people are taking profits, I'm assuming, I'm hoping, I'm praying that people are going to rotate into Ethereum because a lot of people are saying, oh, well, once Bitcoin dominance peaks and then bottoms, we're likely to see an alt run. Okay, so that's fine. If Bitcoin and distributes to the altcoin world in Ethereum, then we could have some of that inflow into the ARB ecosystem, into Ethereum, and so forth. And man, it does. After Bitcoin runs, Ethereum runs. So maybe we're due for that in the coming weeks. Now, I think in March, there is the first period where there'll be some decisions about the Ethereum ETF. So we've already moved past Bitcoin ETF. It's old hat. Nobody cares. Everybody hates it already. And now we're moving on to the Ethereum ETF. Let me see if I can find anything here. Ethereum ETF. So March 5th, I believe, if I can find anything. And if I can't, take that date into consideration. I believe it is. It may not be, but it's in the next few months. So if we do have a decision here, of course it's going to pump right before the decision, and for some reason Gary Gensler is going to say no, it's not going to happen, and somebody's going to tweet this was approved, but it really wasn't because the SEC is so competent. And I think when you find that date, let's confirm that date. I think it'd be good to long in that 3 or 4 weeks before that decision, even though we know it's probably going to get rejected 100 times, just like Bitcoin did. It's still a good time to get some momentum on the upstroke of Ethereum. So that's what I'm going to
Yeah.
look for. I'm actually going to stop compounding at some point and put some money back on the exchange. So once I find that date, good old SEC making us the wet blanket of the crypto world, really. It's supposed to be
Do
protecting us, and instead screwing us every chance they get. Everybody in the crypto space.
do you happen to have like a BTC ETH chart?
Ah, no, I don't, but we could probably find one. Let's see what we got here. TradingView FBTC, perfect. All right, so
Okay.
Ethereum has been falling to Bitcoin for some time, as we know. Bitcoin has just been surging, and finally, way down here, we started to see signs of life. It is regaining something, not much, but it regained
Wait,
something.
this is just today.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that's better.
That looks more
Okay,
promising.
so Ethereum power bottomed. It definitely look, there's one lower lows, lowest low, and then we climbed up to that 2700 peak where one ETH equals one MP5, which I took advantage of.
Yeah.
And now it dipped a little bit. So, yeah, it might have bottomed. Maybe we're going to climb in Ethereum for a few weeks here, I hope. Uh, these ideas on TradingView are usually horrible. And you remember the pigeon? And he predicted how Bitcoin was
Yeah.
going to what go to like 500,000 or something. I don't know. Maybe he said minus 500,000. I don't remember. But maybe, yeah, maybe we are breaking out, and it's a good time to be in the Ethereum ecosystem because there are still some coins on Coinbase that are pumping every week, and we'll touch a few base. We'll touch about some of those which we have. Um, so I don't know. Technicals on Ethereum say buy. Moving averages say a strong buy on the ETH/BTC ratio, rather, not just on Ethereum. So I still have Ethereum. I'm not going to sell it. So I guess this is good because it's a long time coming seeing Bitcoin run, and it hurt. It hurt me deeply. So
Yeah.
there's the chart. I like what I see. I don't know if I trust these ideas, so we're just going to not look at them too much. Now, what we've been doing lately is listing a lot of new assets on Gains. I don't know what
Yeah.
they are, bro. I don't know what they are. Like, do you know what these are?
Um, I know what some are. I have no idea what others are. I know what the RVN is. It stands for Raven. I think Raven coin maybe.
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
remember. I remember buying this like a very long time ago. But I think that I sold it like within a month or two because it
It
didn't
was
do anything. There's
didn't do
like
anything.
no
It just
price action. Wait,
wasn't exciting.
I have to check like if how much I would have lost or uh,
Well, while you check that, I
okay.
just oh, go ahead.
I don't
You found it. That was quick.
know. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say it's it kind of bottom out.
It
It
would have
had
rugged you right
some.
here. Look at that wick.
Yeah, no, it had some action like back in 2021. Um, like with the like peak of the bull market, like the double top. I can't remember when I bought it, but it's very unlikely that I would be in profit. So it's probably a good thing that I sold.
Yeah, I
I have
gotcha.
no idea. I have no idea what it does. I
It
just like
seems
the
like
logo, to be
it is a
honest.
good logo. I like ravens. In theory, I like ravens. Y'all have ravens in Europe. I have these cracklings that just make these noises and breed everywhere and poop all over from oak trees like it's a nightmare. But so
Yeah.
I decided to take a look at least some of these coins to figure out what they were. I just don't know what they are, and I'm not going to do a deep dive, but I brought them up, just a few of them, to kind of go over what they are because we have listed a lot of brand new blockchains, right? So Celestia, no doubt TIA is the ticker that y'all have seen some information or seen this pumping numerous times and dumping and pumping. So we have all these new blockchains with high throughputs and they're EVM compatible. Polygon, I mean, I don't understand all this. Like this is a consensus and data layer, and then you could build on top of them with ETH, Polygon, Arbitrum. I don't understand what the Celestia does, and it doesn't quite, without reading the whole white paper, which I'm not going to do right now, it doesn't quite explain in a more nutshell approach on their website. So Celestia is a new layer one, but it's pumping. What else is pumping? Astar. Okay, what is this Astar? This isn't exactly a brand new layer 1 or layer 2, whatever. It's been around. I saw it at Consensus last year. They had a great booth. This is a Japanese blockchain project, and there's quite a
Okay.
bit of apps on it, but I don't know much about it. Probably because it's just not crossed over in, the language barrier. They probably have a lot of apps that are in Japanese or that are building over there, and I just don't know what all we have access to. I haven't tried it, but it's pumping right now. So they have numerous applications, NFTs, Ango Ya, of course, Anderson Mori and Tomotsun, of course, you've heard of these, and Obaka. So a lot of Japanese stuff, and this could be a great chain. I just don't know because I can't. I mean, I recognize Amazon, but we don't know what these DApps are doing over there. So if anybody has any experience on this Astar network, maybe their ecosystem's getting big. Big in Japan, right? I'm big in Japan. So maybe a good investment, maybe not. I don't know enough about it. I also saw SEI. SEI is another chain, which is the fastest layer 1 blockchain. So we are listing, and there's been not just us, but a number of these new chains have came out of nowhere, and they've got builders on them. I remember when new chains would launch, people would start building, people would start farming, but these are like on hyperspeed. Like protocols that have already been established elsewhere are just forking and building out their SEI based DApp. They're just forking out into whatever new ecosystem comes around. So I think we're getting a lot more exposure to apps quickly on these new chains, whereas before builders took time. Maybe some things weren't EVM compatible. I think the pace of things for this stuff has just increased quite a bit this last 2 or 3 years. Like it used to not be like this. A chain would launch and it would have crap on it, right? And now
Yeah.
things are just
Yeah.
coming out of nowhere, like boom, 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 boom. Then I looked up your Raven coin. Um,
Okay.
the one that you bought, that's not yours, but it seems like a fork of Bitcoin with just transferring of peer-to-peer assets. So it's a blockchain, but it's not a smart blockchain. I guess it has some smart features, I'm not sure, but this one just seems a little old. It might be fast, but unless it has the Swiss Army knife in it, it seems like all the focus is on these chains with
Yeah.
all these components to them, these modular systems. So really interesting to see that developing. Whereas these older tokens that don't do much, like Litecoin, a perfect example, I mean, they just seem like they're going to fade away and maybe make it into some unfortunate boomer's portfolio. But yeah, I don't know about Ravencoin. I wouldn't invest. And then Kusama is a new one we listed, a parachain. I mean, geez, man, I can't keep up. Like, what is
Wait.
going on? There's a
Has there,
bajillion chains.
what's the ticker for? Oh, it's KSM maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah. I remember
I'm
I got confused when I made the animation because the Raven token is very similar to
yes, I see
this
them.
token. So I was like,
I
I had to check that we hadn't made a mistake.
Yeah, geez, Louise. I'm even seeing now, unless they break down the features as to why this is better than other chains, I don't know. I'm not a dev. I'm not building. I don't understand the intricacies of some of their nomenclature. I did see some chains that are advertising that they block flash loans. So we're learning from the past. We're learning what works and what doesn't, and then as they deploy these new chains, they just got to tell me what the freaking features are because I don't know. And then they need to give me an ecosystem guide because if I don't have an ecosystem guide, I don't even know what dApps are here. And why should I be on Kusama? Where's your ecosystem guide, bro? I mean, where? I need to see what dApps are being built on before I'll invest because I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so is this one pumping too? KSM? Nah, not really. So I'm glad we're listing it. If you want exposure to any of those assets, we're going to keep listing stuff. So that's one of our greatest strengths. We can list so much stuff. So let me take a look at all of our daily trades, and we're going to go by. Where's my groups? There they are. I mean, we're getting a lot of assets here, so I can't think of anything that we're not giving you exposure to except the latest meme coins that pop out of nowhere and burn out. We don't want to list those. We do sometimes. Some of them have staying power, but really not all of them. Some of them are too risky, so we got to wait a little bit to list those. But But man, yeah, there's just so much going on with our numerous ecosystems. So I'm just not 100% sure where to even start researching. There's too many, too many.
Yeah, I
But I
agree.
think I follow the crowd though. If I see something pumping like a new layer one, I have invested in SEI. I came out ahead. I was in ICP, came out ahead, rolled it into some Bitcoin. Eh, otherwise, I really don't know what they're doing. So if you want airdrops though, you better get on it. You better get in that chain and start using those DApps because that's how you get good airdrops. But for me, I don't have the time. I can't. I can't. I have to ship post in the price chat like nonstop. I don't have the time, Vess. Don't have the time. No, okay,
Yeah.
I could make time, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, guys. So be careful. Now, have we done any trading, Vess? I understand
I
you
have.
might have done a trade.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of trading. I can share my screen if you want.
Sure. Let me take a look at what you're doing,
Uh,
because while Vess pulls that up, you guys, if you remember, if you weren't here the show before last, we covered a bunch of the high performing trader strategies, right? I was quite shocked that some people were able to pull 150x wins over and over again. They had periods where they were green and then periods of red, but one of our top traders, number two, I think, was a 150x trader. That's what he did every freaking trade. So that's kind of amazing. Let me open full screen for
yeah.
me. And
Um. Okay.
uh,
So wait. So the last time we did. Okay. So the January 13, I guess.
yeah,
I can't really remember why I traded these.
because you copied the
Uh,
master with 150x, you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going for it.
no, I don't even know what this is.
Reindeer, is
RM,
that what that is?
yeah, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. Sorry, what I did for APT, SUI, whatever this is. Say, however, this last one. It was because Hearthstone in Discord. He's
Yes.
like and he's like a pro trader. I mean, he does it for a living. But he mostly trades commodities and Forex. And he always posts like these super intricate like technical analysis and stuff like that. But I just caught him saying like gold is an easy short today. No, easy long, sorry. So I just okay, no, I'll just YOLO whatever I have in my in this wallet. With
And it
100 leverage.
worked.
Yeah, and it works. Wait, so I exited. Um, Let me find. So I can't remember. Yeah, so it was somewhere around here that he told me to open it, or maybe yeah, it's somewhere along this run up. And I remember that I sold, or I closed rather, uh, like around here, just like before the last roundup.
Yeah, I've seen his
So
charts. They're confusing.
yeah, yeah, they're very confusing. I didn't understand what he meant, and so I just opened a trade. Then I went back to Discord, and then he put I noticed he had put like a second message, which said like, by the way, this is for experienced traders only that know how to manage their positions. But I told him too late. I already opened. But I mean, I did. It did quite good. Like uh, almost 60%.
Yeah, imagine if you
Uh,
used $1,000. I mean,
yeah. Um, but yeah, other than that, I haven't. I haven't really traded. As I said, I had some other. Wait, I had some other like these, but I don't remember. It's probably just scalping. something that might have been. Oh, this. What is going on here?
What happened? Did Elon tweet?
Uh,
I haven't even been
yeah,
following Dogecoin. Oh, that's a 1 minute chart. Okay, bro, you made me
yeah,
freaked out. I was like, has this been happening for months? What is
yeah.
going
Okay,
on?
okay.
Oh
So
crap. That's
okay,
better.
so this maybe correlates to the BTC price action, but contrary to BTC, Doge seem to have decided to do something. I guess
Yeah, something
I
must
don't
no,
know.
somebody must have tweeted something. It's the tweeter again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's probably actually what what's going on. Maybe if we go to the other side of the um. Okay, so everything looks kind of similar to Bitcoin, I guess. Or no, that
Yeah, except
uh,
Doge.
yeah.
Now, Doge is one of those coins that when I was at my place of work, I remember certain people telling me they made like 200 or 300 bucks on Doge. And these are people that are just
Okay.
normal people. And I should have figured, you know what? That's it. This is the sign. I should sell everything. I didn't. But Doge is one of those perfect coins that when people start talking about it, and you know that they're not good at crypto. They don't even know what a layer two is, but they bought it on Coinbase, and they bought like I don't know what 5 of them, 20 of them, and they want to make $100,000. That's when you should know, man, it's time to get out. Let's go. Retail's here. They're being dumb. I'm taking my profits. And it wasn't a good enough signal for me. I should have listened to my gut when James walked down the hall and told me about how much he made with Doge, which wasn't much. But he was proud of it. And he probably still holding it into the ground because that's what people do. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So how much did they buy? Like $100?
Yeah, they buy like $100, maybe 200. Some people with money, they'll buy
Okay.
$1,000. Like maybe if I
Because
know a doctor, they'll buy something. But then, it's
okay.
too late. It's too late. You've already missed the pump, bro. I don't want to tell them that.
Yeah, I guess they read about like, oh, I made like 1 billion from my $10, and
Yeah.
then they want to do the same, but they don't realize the market cap is kind of, it's like all the Shiba uh, holders that think that it's going to go to 1 cent or something, which would be
Yes.
like
The
it
market
wouldn't.
cap of the the beyond the world's
Yeah,
capacity of market cap. Yep.
yeah. I don't understand how they are that deluded. Uh,
Well, it's just
because
ignorance, financial ignorance.
I mean, some of them actually believe it. I think.
But I'm
Um,
bad at math, but at least I know I could read somebody saying, "Yeah, well, if it went to a penny, the market cap would be 50 quadrillion,"
yeah, I mean,
which
there are enough decimals here, together with the market cap of Shiba, that makes me quite confident that it's not going to go to 1 cent, because yeah, that would uh, be like the entire world economy, as you said, or
oh.
the entire GDP or whatever.
So I hope. Do you have any
Um,
indicators? Like, did people talk to you in Europe about their crypto holdings when it kind of peaked with the last Bitcoin bull run? Did you have weirdos or people that you know that weren't into crypto? Did they tell you that
no,
they bought Bitcoin for the first time?
no, I mean, I don't have that many friends. I know it sounds sad, but it's like most of my
Um,
friends live in other places, so we only talk on, social media and stuff like that. And I don't really talk that much about money and stuff with them. But I haven't had anyone like talk about crypto. Like, I don't think that I have any real life friend. Maybe I have some programmer friend that knows about it, but I don't think that they are into it.
I
Um,
see. Shame
like
on them.
to the extent that I am. But yeah, um, my sister asked me, like, I want to make money too. Like, when what should I do? So I got her to like put down like $1,000 in some, like normie trading app like Coinbase, or I can't remember what it was.
Yes.
But she never did anything. I think it's just like sitting there, still in like fiat.
Yeah,
Fiat.
there's an awful lot of members who get their aunts involved. Yeah, I told my aunt about gains, and she's up like 200%. Like it's like you don't know as a moderator. We see behind the scenes a little bit. Sometimes people message us, and there's quite a few people that get their aunts involved. What's up with that? Is the aunt just far away enough that you don't feel as bad if they lose everything? But like if you told your mom, you'd feel terrible that you told her and it went down, and then she'd like hold that over on your next Christmas over your head.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we have also had people that their parents did invest, and Gaines has had up and down, so give them a hard time when it goes down, and that's anywhere. Never tell your immediate friends and family what to invest in. I've learned that the hard way. I've told friends about things that I shouldn't have told them about, and as soon as they buy, of course it crashes because you tell them about it when it's in a good spot, and then they wait 2 months and buy, and now it's in a bad spot, and they have all kinds of questions for you. They pressure you, and at worst, I've never had this happen to me. They want their money back because you gave them advice. So don't do it, guys. Don't give your immediate friends or family crypto advice. Just tell them, yeah, I have. If you're going to talk about it, just be very generalized and don't get too detailed. Don't give them tips. Just just do the basic overview. Yeah, I like ETH. Something that's safe. Hold it for 5 years. That's what I'll tell them. Hold ETH for 5 years, and you'll probably be in the green. Hold
Yeah.
Bitcoin for 10 years. That's pretty safe. I feel confident in those statements. But anything else, they're going to take direct financial advice, and then they'll blame you when it goes all horribly wrong, which it will, because this is crypto. Gary Gensler himself will know. See bought? Screw them. Release the tweet, and then boom, the market crashes, and your aunt hates you with all her might because she put $300 into it. Oh, I did have some immediate family. I guess they did some financial advice, and it was not good with Ethereum. So I do have actually an example, and I will not share it, but it's because I can't. But it was bad. I'll share. I'll tell you, Vess, later. It was really bad,
Okay.
and it was ETH. It was ETH. It was something safe. So anyway, yeah, don't do it, guys. That is financial advice. Don't tell them. Don't tell them anything until you got your
I
Lambo.
I YOLO'd this. I don't know what it is. Chili's, maybe.
Yeah, it is Chili's. It's the one play that our friend Bitcoin
Yeah.
Ether used to play, thinking he would get more gains by buying CHC, which is like a sports betting token or something like that. No, it didn't
Yeah.
work, did it? Did it, Bitcoin Ether? If you're here, it didn't work at all. So I don't know what's going on with that token. I mean, maybe they're getting a better platform. Maybe they're more elaborate. I saw them too at Consensus last year, but I didn't get any pamphlets from them because I was like, I'm not touching those guys. They killed Bitcoin Ether, and that's fine enough for me. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, there's so much going on, so much development, and so much new capital that's rushing in. I think some of these chains and these other unprofitable things might be actually having some green days because of the capital moving through our ecosystem right now is shifting around a bit and pumping their bags so they can stay operational for a little longer. Again, I don't know if I'm speaking up my butt for CHZ, but I didn't really see the appeal of what their product was when I looked at it at Consensus. So if it's pumping, maybe they got something new. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's pumping. I just saw on the 1 minute chart.
It's meandering.
Yeah, yeah.
It's truly
Uh,
meandering. Now myself, I haven't traded. You can keep it on your screen, but I have no trades to share. But it's getting to that point where I think I need to. So thoughts on Bitcoin? I think I saw some people say, expect a bottom of in the 30s somewhere. That would really hurt. That would really suck. I hope not, because what are we going to do with that? That's going to drag everything down. But in the meantime, we know here it gains, we're going to get those vaults. We know we're going to have access to Ethereum and USDC liquidity, which is in the
yeah,
millions. I mean, hundreds of millions. Whereas DAI
yeah,
is just what, 70 million, and we have like a quarter or more than a quarter of the DAI tied up on Arbitrum. That's
yeah.
pretty
It's
amazing.
kind of funny that no one on Arbitrum knows what it is.
Yeah, why? DAI is like an OG of stablecoins. Well, not the OG, but it's been around a while. So yeah,
Yeah,
people just don't hold it. I guess they want to hold USDC because it's backed by Circle and their dollar treasury, and we get it. It's not algorithmic, but when DAI launched, it was algorithmic, and now it's moving more towards backed by a basket of assets to tie it, including USDC, tie it to the dollar. So, but we get it. People want what they like. They want USDC. Well, we're going to give it to them. So I'm really curious as to what our inflows are going to be, because it should be this week that we get some vaults, and we'll get to see our inflows. Arbitrum,
Yeah.
if I recall, when we launched New Year's of 21 going into 22, is that correct, Vest, or is it 22 into 23? 22 into 23, I
Uh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
remember it didn't take us very long.
no. But I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with like with the new vaults. I think that is probably, maybe don't quote me on this, but it's probably gonna happen like sometime next week. I think
Yeah, that's what
because
I'm that's what I'm
the
hearing.
yeah. Um, but yeah, it's gonna. I can't remember like how long did we have deposits open before we actually opened trading.
I think it was
I'm
like three
gonna
or four
get.
days.
This doesn't look good, Brian.
No, Vest, all your money. That's 44 die is at risk here. Everybody in the audience, please stay quiet, stay calm.
So
We need a
yeah,
reversal.
so I guess it's going to be interesting. Like for me, like I personally, I think it's going to be interesting to see like how much interest it will like gather, especially for ETH. Like you used to see, I mean, it's a stable coin, so it's not that different from trading with DAI. However, with if you're trading with ETH, you can do like if you're bullish on ETH, or like if you're bullish in general, then and we are going to like publish an article, because not I don't think everyone understands it. Like there might be some misconception that it's going to be it's going to like return it's going to be priced in USD, like the USD value of ETH, but it's going to be more like if you put one ETH as collateral, the price goes up 10%, you close, then you get 1.1 ETH back. However, it's going to be like kind of interesting, um, since you can kind of double dip if if you're longing ETH, for example, like if you're longing ETH USD, and
Uh
you're
huh.
using ETH as collateral, and your position goes up, then you're going to make money like in USD value, both from like the profit from your trade, but also from the profit from
Holding an ETH, just holding the ETH.
yeah, the ETH that you get back in profit is going to be worth more. So it's kind of interesting, and I guess it works like if you short ETH um, with ETH, then you would get uh, yeah, I can't remember what I was thinking, but I think it's also good to short ETH using ETH
Well,
somehow.
then don't you double your exposure going down?
Yeah, because I mean, if ETH is worth this much, and then uh, if you lose, then ETH isn't worth this much. So like you haven't lost as much in in like USD value terms, I guess.
Yeah. Now
Uh,
I get it. Like, so you're exposed to the underlying price of ETH up or down, and then you put
yeah,
leverage on top of that with the asset you're leveraging. So when you get back your 1.1 ETH from your positive trade, you're also exposed to the Ethereum's price action. Of course, it can go up or down. So maybe your 1.1 ETH would be worth less if it crashed while you did that long, or it'd be worth more if it came back as ETH price rose while you longed an asset.
yeah,
But what about this scenario, Vess? What if I put ETH in the ETH vault and I take my ETH rewards and I long ETH using ETH USDC.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a calculation here. If I'm getting 25% on the vault with ETH rewards, and I use those to long ETH at 25x leverage, and ETH price goes up $100, what? There's got to be a formula for this. I'm going to ask Seb. I have to. Like, Seb, please spell this out for me. What happens if I use my ETH to long ETH on the ETH from the ETH vault and the USDC? I have to know what is my value proposition there, because
Yeah.
I have a few coins that pay ETH as altcoins that are like the reward for holding staking them is getting paid ETH, and I just use it to buy gains, or I use it to do whatever. But now if I've got gains giving me ETH too, I mean, I'm just gonna have ETH coming out my ears. So why don't I use it to long everything if I think we're in a bull? So let's ask the question. Let's see if we can confuse Seb. Let's test his math skills. In fact, no, we'll go to Midget first. Midget Whale has
Yeah.
great math skills, so we can ask him to do a basic calculation. Guys, if you're listening now, please give me a scenario. So give me interest rate, give me leverage, our interest rate for our vault that we put on the market at X leverage, and the value goes up $100, $200. I mean, I've got to know. I think ETH kind of jumps up $100 at a time, so maybe $100 where I'll keep it, and then we'll ask Midget to calculate it out, and I'll pressure him so hard. I'm gonna just force this down his throat. Like, come on, dude. I have to know what happens if I triple dip using gains. Okay, what's
Yeah.
my APY? Um, so yeah, we'll see if I can get that happen. I don't know if I will. Midget might say no, and he just
Yeah.
disappears for weeks at a time. Ugh.
Yeah.
So
So what should I do with this? Should I
I don't
keep
know.
it open?
Zoom out. Zoom out. Yeah, I think you
This
should
is
close it, dude.
still,
I think it's just gonna trend down again. It just doesn't look healthy.
but
It's
I
like,
can't just close it.
why?
I
You have to lose it or you have to win it all?
Yeah, that's my motto.
I'm
I don't use stop losses.
You don't make the rules. Obviously,
No,
it's just
I mean this is what's fun for me. This is like the first trading that I did was doing this, like zooming in as much as you can to like see this go up and down.
hey, if that guy
Uh,
hit the leaderboard with that strategy, so can you.
yeah, and as I said last Saturday, now it's subsidized because I'm getting rewards for it. But however, I would like to at least see like a green number here, even if it's small.
Absolutely.
Um,
I have faith in you. Just keep doing what you're doing. You had a really good track record that last 150x string you did, so you're doing something right. And are you using
yeah,
any indicators at all when you scalp?
no, I mean, I don't think that there are like uh, any like reliable indicators for it because it's it's just I mean when I opened it here somewhere, I guess here maybe it it could have gone like either way. I mean it's a 1 minute chart.
Yes, too much
Someone
noise.
somewhere, yeah, I mean someone somewhere could have just bought it for no particular reason that no one could predict.
Bitcoin Ether.
So yeah, yeah, exactly. So I don't think that it's possible. So I just
Yeah, you're probably
like
right. Probably not on the 1 minute. So there's too much noise on the 1 minute to use an indicator. I wonder
yeah.
if you back out into the
I mean
15-minute chart, how this
I mean
same thing looks.
if it's going like this, then maybe I try to time a short when it looks as if it's going to go like this, and then maybe long and short like that. The 15 minutes. Okay, so I guess it's going up.
It is,
Uh,
isn't it? And you have a
yeah,
long. Maybe you'll get out of this. Maybe you'll get out of this alive. Now,
maybe
I
I
think
will. Oh,
one of the
shit.
things I want to
Maybe.
recommend to the team is that we need to be able to mint a 900 club. Now, this is not anything that we have planned, so just prefacing that. But I'd love to see an NFT that a user can mint if they hit a 900% win. So that way you
Yeah.
get access to a special club or something, a special Discord channel. I don't know, something that's kind of gated, because the 900 club would be pretty exclusive. I mean, I've never hit one, and I'm sure people would just try to do it just by YOLOing a 150 on a
Yeah.
short time frame on a volatile day. But it's quite an accomplishment. I've got nowhere close. What is the highest you've gotten for a win? I think I might
Uh,
have got a
I
50% or something, 30% mostly. P&L.
174 on Arbitrum.
That's pretty good because you use such high
Uh,
leverage. I usually get out
oh,
too early.
375 on Polygon.
Dang,
Oh
good
wow,
job.
this was with 30 leverage.
Oh,
I don't
geez,
know.
so you held that one.
Wow, so if I had, I don't know why I used so low leverage, to be honest. I usually do 150
That
or
was your beginner days.
yeah. Uh yeah. Yeah, okay. I think this like Matic, it was around when we introduced funding fees. And I think maybe that's so this is okay, this is July 5, 5th in 2022, I think. Yeah, it has to be because it was at 50 cents. But yeah, so apparently that's my record. Uh,
Pretty
if
good.
I, yeah, if I'd used 150, it would have been 900, I guess.
Congratulations, sir. Yeah, my record's
Uh,
nowhere there. I don't think I have a good record. I could check real quick if you want to jump on. I'll jump on to see where I compare.
oh, wait, I'm in profit now, apparently.
Oh, okay. Do what you need to do, V
Okay,
bro.
I'll just close it out. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Alrighty.
Wait, how do I stop the stream? Oh wait, I'll stop streaming.
All right. Let me
Um,
see what my best trade was. One moment, guys. I got something else to show you out here in a second, but let me see where I'm at. Portfolio history. Oh, dang it! I'm not on the right. Yeah, I can. 1 second. 1 second. Nobody look. Nobody look. I'll erase this out. Darn it. All right. What was my best? Oh no! Really? Oh, that was just percent wise. Really? I told you, that's the best I do. It's 30%. I suck. I'm
what
nowhere
about on
near the 900% club.
what about on Polygon? Maybe you did something
I
there.
I did trade. Let's see. 94%
Right.
on Ape. I hate Ape, and I shorted it. I hate it so much. I should have shorted it again.
Yes.
So I did have. That's my best, 94%. So good job, Vest. You're the better man. 300%. You're so close, dude. You'll get a 900% club.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think the next thing I want to talk about with everybody is what we kind of are just kind of in the planning stages. We haven't really done anything too much, but if
Yeah.
you guys want to play a game with us, there's this game called Hypersomnia, which is being developed by one of our own token holders here. And just for a fun day for the Super Streaming Show, we might just do a little game tournament where we have like 1-on-1 or 2 versus 2, and we have so many people join, and we could have some GNS prize. Something simple. It's not going to get you rich off GNS, but this is a
Yeah.
team-based arena shooter, and I played it. It's pretty slick. So if you haven't downloaded it, I'm going to put the link in the main chat and in here on Steam, and it's already on Telegram. Try it out. Get past the tutorial because it takes like an hour, and then you might be ready for when we actually play the game together. If everybody wants to, we're still doing some research there.
We have
Um,
to make like a map that looks like the GNS
I think
logo.
so. We need his help. I
Because
don't know what to do.
I think I can do it. I'm pretty confident that I can do it. But
Okay,
it's
so we
good
need to give you
because
some time. Yeah,
no, I don't know if it's gonna take that long. Maybe we have
15
to.
minutes.
maybe you and I have to spend time like checking out whether the map actually works. But all of these like in StarCraft and whatever, like the maps. I guess in what do you call them? MOBA games, like
Yes,
the yeah. So like the maps are always symmetrical. So regardless of which team you're playing and where you spawn, it's kind of the same. You don't get any advantage like
I
any
gotcha. They're
hiding
even.
spot. Yeah,
Can we put
so
Midgewell in there?
so the yeah, I mean his profile picture is symmetrical as well. So that's actually even more that's even a better idea than the genus token. Uh because that has more detail as well. I guess we have to put down stuff like this, like obstacles, and I don't know. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I guess there are power-ups and I don't know.
Yeah, there's all
Uh,
kinds of stuff. There's you buy guns,
so
you
yeah,
level up.
so
I mean, you do magic spells for some reason.
so did you see in the end there, like in the end of the trailer, there's like an aquarium with fishes in it.
Yeah, I did see that. There it is.
Yeah,
There it
so
was.
so so Bob said Bob is the guy that made it. He's been with us for a very long time. Yeah, so these like the AI or like the way the script or whatever that makes them move, it's based on something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it makes it so it looks the same for everyone, regardless. Like the fish that move in the aquarium, maybe it's not as interesting for all other people.
Are they
But
procedurally
I
generated?
yeah, so I guess I don't know if they are, but the like the seed that makes them move, like the seed that drives the random movement of the fish, it's based on something like in the net code, like that's the same for everyone, which made it so they move in real time, regardless where you are or who you are. It's gonna look the
Ah,
same for everyone. I
I get
realize
it.
now that I that I explained it. Maybe it's not as cool
No,
as
no,
I
I
as
get
I
it.
thought it was.
So instead
Uh,
of the server processing this and feeding all these fish position to the player, instead the seed is given to each individual computer, and when the scenario starts, the seed generates their pathway. But everybody starts with the same seed, so they're all seeing the same fish the same way, the same time, every time, all the time,
yeah,
without taxing the
something like
network.
that. Yeah, exactly, something like that.
Cool. We have a genius coder with us making these games. Yeah, guys, it's free, and most importantly, it's free. Okay, there's no cost to download and try Hypersomnia, and I don't think we'll have any kind of cost to enter this little tournament. Again, I don't know how many people we can handle. That's a question for Bob and us to figure out before we launch. So keep an eye out for that. Um, and we'll see what's going on with this here soon, and hopefully get you guys to play a game. Um,
Yeah.
I'm
Do
up for it.
you
I want to see.
do Hearthstone? Do you have any suggestion on, or do you have anything like that you want to share uh, with us?
Oh,
Like
Hearthstone's in the chat.
any hot forex or commodities tips
And please don't post
that
your
you
chart. I just want you to tell me up or down the asset pair, up, down asset pair, and then a conviction rate, 95% sure. And
yeah.
I won't hold you to it. I will. I'll hold a grudge if you're wrong, but I won't hold you to it. It's not like I could sue you or anything. So make it simple, man. Please. So, wow. Let me see what he's saying here. Um, BTC. What? I thought you were a crypto dude. BTC.
But
What about it, dude?
apparently BTC is kind of following gold. I read the other day in our
Ah,
trading chat on Discord.
interesting. I haven't even
Um,
paid attention to that correlation.
yeah, Kenji said in most cases BTC follows the path of gold. I think gold is no. I think BTC is influenced by both gold, DXY, and Dow Jones. I guess that makes sense, especially now when it's when the ETF approval and everything.
Yeah, and I remember when Russia invaded, man, Bitcoin crashed just like the stock market did. The day they stepped foot into Ukraine, we had a massive dip. So yeah, definitely BTC follows that stuff. So they're all tied to the hip now, for better or for worse, somewhat. Not
Yeah.
completely, but somewhat correlated. So the USD continues strength despite this correction. Okay, so what? So up, down, what? BTC down for USD? He's typing. So I posted the link, guys.
Okay, so USD. It's actually good for me if USD is strong because I get paid in USD, but I don't live in a country that uses dollars. So
Life
for me, it's
hacks.
good. So for me, it's good if my like domestic currency stays weak and the dollar is strong. Okay, so the spread between. Okay.
Why is there another ticker there? He was just talking about USD. Now he's got USD JPY gold.
Oh wait,
I guess it
was
doesn't
it
allow you to
20?
post a chart in here. Post it in the trading chat. We'll check it. We'll check it here in a little bit. Just don't get mad, sir. Again, this Hearthstone is Forex Pro. No financial advice here, but we're all open to any kind of fun stuff he's willing to share with us, so we can lose our money quicker. You wouldn't trade here if you were a GNS staker, right? The money just goes right back in your pocket, technically, at 25% APY. All right. Well, we'll look for your chart in general. So, if anybody has any thoughts on our little tournament here, if you think you would like to join it when we go live, just keep an eye out in the general chat. Maybe we should make this little subsection for the tournament, Vest. You think so?
Yeah.
In the chat.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we have to, because we just we got this idea last stream, and we still need to like figure out the logistics, both like how to convey to everyone that we're having a tournament and we're giving away GNS, and I mean, we ideally we would want people to actually being able to practice the game for a while, I guess. But then there are
They could
also,
organize themselves in the chat. Perfect.
yeah, it would be fun, like if we got like what would be really fun. I don't think that anyone would have time for this, but imagine if we had like the smart contract apps being one team, and the marketing team being one team, and then like people
Price
from the
chat,
community. Yeah, people from the community could make teams. I don't know what the team
Discord.
size is.
Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, he posted some
Okay.
crazy charts in general. You can go out of the thing and still listen to us and go to the general chat as long as you don't disconnect. Dude, I don't know what that. Dude, Hearthstone, really? What am I supposed to do? I don't know what that means. I mean, I feel like if I was on a science fiction set in a movie, your first chart would be what I'd have on my screen as I'm shooting down like UFOs. Okay, there's so much going on. It looks great. I would put this on my wall as some wall art, maybe a neon backer. It would look fantastic. And I'd be like, yeah, that's my trading strategy.
But
So,
yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I understand this either.
yeah.
But I mean, I guess, I mean, I guess there is some correlation between. No, I'm not going to pretend that I. Okay. You gotta understand the relationship between USD, gold, and Bitcoin.
Your chart is
Okay.
nonsense to me. Why can't I read
Yeah,
this?
there's so much. Yeah,
It's so
I
cool
don't.
looking, dude. And I know you make your living off it, so you must be doing well for yourself. I mean, you must have 4 Lambos already, but I can't. I mean, I see. Okay, let me just look at it. Okay, there. You can see my mouse probably if you're watching. but when we record this rather, but if you're looking at the chart outside the chat, you won't be able to. But there's a purple line and a blue line going up. I'm guessing when we break, that's a trend line, and we're going to break up or down from there. But he knows more of his secret machinations than I do. So, Bitcoin, US dollar. What do I do, dude? Just that's what I want to know. What do I do? He has
So I
4 Lambos
guess
and an Audi.
I guess so wait, so USD GPY. So if that goes up, that means the dollar is stronger against the yen, right? If it goes up. Yeah, it has to be that.
Okay, thanks. You
But
interpret, I'll trade. I'll lose my money.
yeah.
Oh, well, guys,
Uh,
it has been an hour.
yeah. We can maybe continue the discussion in general chat.
Yes,
Because
absolutely, guys.
I think it's super interesting when like both I'm really happy that our trading chat on Discord is being a bit more lively than it used to be. And
Yes,
I
it's
mean,
gonna get
I'm not gonna
livelier.
lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm a trader or that I understand this stuff or even like a fraction of it. But I mean, it's good for everyone to get more educated, share knowledge. It's good for community building, for people getting smarter, people learning,
Yes,
people
absolutely. We
opening
appreciate
trades,
we appreciate
people
people like
making the pro.
Hearthstone. There's been a few others that have gone to price chat that have really posted some interesting, thought-provoking things that I lost money on. But we appreciate them sharing their knowledge for real, for real. Oh,
Yeah,
you want to explain real quick? Okay, everybody, let's see if I can bring him up here.
yeah,
What do I do? Right click, invite to
uh,
speak.
yeah.
Okay, now I will go back to the general. Let's unmute him, or he has to do something on his own side. I'm going to go to general and look at the first chart.
Wait, can you speak Hearthstone, or do we have to?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Evening, everybody, or morning, or afternoon.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
We're
All
doing good,
good.
man.
So, what I'm trying to do or help people with their trading, I don't trade gold, but I analyze it a lot. I trade mainly Forex, all the Japanese pairs. So I was with Barclays Bank before in Tokyo. So I just trade Forex, but I analyze all the commodities. So the relationship between USD, JPY, and gold is, as you can see on that chart that I posted in general, it's a negative coefficient. So
Is that the first
generally,
chart or the second chart?
where am I? Hold on one second. The second one. The
Okay, I
second one.
got it up.
The first one is Bitcoin. So we have a regression channel there, and generally it'll follow that regression channel and that trend line. So we are in fact looking at BTC strengthening along the way here. That's a 12-hour. So we have a bottom there. I think it's 4100, somewhere around there, and the top round about that midline around about 43, 42.8, something like that. So generally, Bitcoin is following the trend line, ascending trend line, and that midline of the regression. So and then you look for a breakout somewhere in the next, let's say in this week coming, you look for a breakout to the bull run at some time this week. You see the triangle forming there to the point? That's where the
Yes.
breakout will occur at some time
I
this
see.
week. But that'll coincide. So what you have to do then is, same with gold, is you have to go and look at US dollar JPY. US dollar JPY is the most sensitive to the US dollar, and it tells us what the US dollar strength is. overall. So a strong dollar. Now, the U.S. economy is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, despite the hiccups and the bits and pieces and that cartoon of a character called Powell. I mean, the U.S. economy is getting strong, but you're going into elections as well, so there's a little bit of. But rates are going to come; they're not going up, so everybody's going out of European bonds, fixed income products, into U.S. fixed income, which is your treasuries and things like that, and that increases and boosts the U.S. dollar against the yen. Yen has traditionally been a safe haven for dollars. So what you would have, I don't know if you guys are interested, but what was
Yeah, we
happening?
are.
What was happening previously with institutions? And you can tell me to shut up if I'm boring you guys.
No. We're super
Okay.
happy to
Oh,
have you on.
Okay.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
what was happening previously, and to a certain extent, was that you had big U.S. banks and U.S. institutions, including Blackrock and everybody like that, who had U.S. treasuries in custody. So they'd have, let's say, 100 billion, and they're earning, a good yield on those treasuries and all those bonds. But then what they would go and do is that because Japanese interest rates were really small, like 0.25, 0.1, what they would do is go and deposit all those in New York as security against borrowing yen and converting it into dollars. So essentially, they're earning 4.5, 4.75 on U.S. treasuries and things like that. They use that as security to go and borrow yen at 0.25, 0.17, and then convert that in a cross rate with FX, and then go and buy more U.S. securities. And that's unwinding right now. So you can imagine how the margins they were making, these banks and everything. That's why they're making so much money. So
Okay.
yeah. Do you follow what I'm saying?
No, I have
Oh
to
man,
listen.
it's a
I
complicated world, bro. That's a complicated
I
world.
I
Okay.
do. I understand a bit, but I'm
Okay.
thinking that I'm gonna go back and listen to what you said until I understand it.
Okay.
So just keep
Basically,
explaining.
I mean, if you have $1 billion cash, you would go and buy U.S. securities, notes, 5
Mhm.
years, whatever the case may be. So now you own those notes, and hopefully you have a good yield on that, and you're going to earn on that interest, right? Well, now you're earning 4.5% on that, whatever. You take that note to Mitsubishi Bank in New York, and they will give you a loan, at 0.127.
A good rate.
At that rate, at that interest rate. So now you're still earning your interest on your US bond. You've now borrowed, let's say, 187 billion yen, or whatever the case may be, at 0.25 or 0.27 or 0.3, 0.5, whatever the case may be. Now you convert that yen in a cross rate to US dollars, and now you go buy more US treasuries. And that's what all the institutions have been doing. And that's why you've had these wild swings of US dollar to yen and the US dollar strength. All that's unwinding now, so you have a stronger dollar. Now that the US economy is getting strong, the US dollar is going to continue its strength against a whole basket of currencies.
So
And
they're
with that,
unwinding those leverage positions back into
that's,
USD.
that's it, back into USD. So you'll see that continued strength in the US dollar. You'll see gold. Gold has traditionally been a safe haven. I must say that I'm surprised at the volume of BTC at the times of as a safe haven. I'm not a crypto guy, but that's what I can see. But US dollar continues strength. So gold ultimately, in this first quarter, going into the second quarter, will weaken further. Unless there's a war. I mean, bar a decent war or something happening. And you've also got an election year in the US as well. So whenever, guys, you're trading gold, look at USD JPY. You can hedge that position pretty well. You can long gold and short UJ at the same time, and you'll see the spread come in, as it did this week as V, I think,
Yeah.
took advantage of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I used pretty low leverage. I think 100 or 200. Maybe that's not low, but it's low for me because I'm a degen and I always use super high leverage. But yeah, I opened a gold long on your like when you told me, and I think I closed it like the next day with like 60% profit or something.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, when you're trading Forex, gold is great, but anybody trading Forex, look for the pairs that influence that. For example, here I've posted the JPY basket that's only quoted by FXCM anyway, against the British pound, Japanese yen. It's a mirror. So always go and
Yeah.
look. Don't focus. What I've seen with traders, and I've had maybe like nearly 200 traders under my management before. What I've seen a lot of traders when they start or do this is they just focus on the pair and look at the chart and look at it. Go and look at what's influencing it. Normally, it's US dollar JPY, and things like that. For example, like GJ, the British pound, Japanese yen. You must go and look at the basket, JPY basket. If that you can short that and long GJ, cable.
Yeah.
Interesting. Man, you have a lot of knowledge here. And how did you wind up in gains? How did you even go into the crypto world to find a decentralized exchange for Forex? I know you were trading with us pretty heavily a while back.
Yeah, I've been in Forex, 30 odd years. So I wanted to gain a foothold in the crypto world, and Gains seemed to be the one to go for. I like the community. I love the Gains community, really, and the Seb and V and Shatta and all those guys. I mean, they're really, really cool people. So yeah, I'm there really for the community more than anything else. That's
Yeah.
why I chose
Well, we
Gains.
appreciate your insight. That's crazy. I know that someone like Shudder can appreciate some of the stuff you're talking about because this is all new to me. So, I'd have to do some basic learning, I guess, on the Forex market. But interesting to know if I'm looking at the pairing of the USD to JPY, that's
Right.
kind of mirror the strength of other assets in that space too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so use it as a reference. Okay, awesome.
Let's look at what was that one that V was looking at previously. Let's have a look at this one here. I'll show you on a 12-hour. This Chaz. Look at that. You would not want to long. You would not want to go long there right now. Your long position. Yeah, your long. I'm just explaining. Your long position was probably around 0.72739, something like that. You're short at the top of the channel there.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
So
I developed all these indicators here, along with JD Horty, the one in the middle. But yeah, unfortunately, it's only available in TradingView. So yeah.
Yeah.
Seb, import this. Yeah.
But because I remember I asked Seb if we could because we had a few people ask about like volume indicators on our chart. But
Right.
since we have our own price feed, it doesn't include volume. But I think that we somehow could like derive the volume from the data that we have. So I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think that it's possible to get more like tools for traders to use, especially if it's possible to derive the volume from the data that we are getting from our price feed.
Your charts come from TradingView, don't they?
Yeah, they do. The things that we have, like this custom Oracle network that gets the median price.
Right.
from various sources. So it's not like just from one source. How do you say? It's like an aggregation of several. But so the thing that we don't have is the volume indicators, because we don't directly get the volume from. But I think somehow it should be possible to derive the volume from the data that we're getting, because I can't remember when I brought it up, it made sense. But but I'm guessing that the tools that you use are contingent on, like, you need the volume indicators, I guess. Or
plus a whole host of other things. And I'll just give you some while we finish up here. Anybody who's trading Euro AUD or Sterling AUD, okay, I'll show you here. I'll show you this. I'll give you Euro AUD or Sterling
Got it on
AUD.
screen.
Okay. Yeah, I have 34 charts up at any one time. So
wow.
Yeah, I've got 8 screens here. So yeah. So so anybody who's trading Euro AUD on gains or Sterling AUD, because they're all available there, you can hedge with AU USD or AUD CHF. Okay. So right. So when you see Euro AUD or Sterling AUD going down, invariably 9.999% of the time, let me show you, you'll see AUD USD going up and AUD CHF going up. So that, again, look for correlations, and there's places that you can go and look for correlations. Negative coefficient or negative correlations between pairs. And then it's easy to trade. Really easy. I mean,
oh man.
Yeah, right now, I think we're doing like maybe 800 pips a week. We have, I think we have, maybe 25, 30 prop accounts right now. So, yeah.
Wow.
Feel free to bring him over to Gains anytime.
Yeah, I want to. Here's the absolute truth, Brian, and I say this from my heart and soul. I wanted to do that, but I'm quite selfish with Gains, and if I bring my guys across, you will lose more than you ever make, and they'll kill you.
They're too good. Okay, keep them. Send them to another competitor with Forex. I don't know which one has Forex, but
I mean, it sounds, guys, and I don't mean to sound like there's some boasting or anything like that. I mean, they're really good, and that's why I keep quiet about Gains with them. Otherwise, they'll just jump on there, and you'll never make anything with them.
I see.
Yeah, I keep my trading on Gains to a minimum. I do. Yeah.
We're going to get that vault thicker for you. We're going to get that vault thicker for you so you won't feel bad to trade here. We just need 500 traders that lose for every one Hearthstone we have, and we'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, they've got prop accounts. We've all got prop accounts. We're trading prop accounts now, like with 30, 40 million US dollar prop account with capital. So, I mean, you don't want us on Gains.
I
love
not.
Gains.
Okay. You've answered that question.
No, I keep Gains for myself. That's it.
Well, please enjoy it, sir. We thank you for your contributions to the vault. Even those contributions where you've taken away, you still pay the fee, so you're a customer like everyone else.
And anybody else on here, please feel free, to send me a note or something like that if you want some analysis done, short term, long term, on any cryptocurrency or any Forex pair. I'm really, really happy to do it for you guys. Anything you need, analytical wise.
Yeah, that's so
Awesome,
nice of
dude.
you.
Yeah, absolutely awesome for the community. We appreciate you being here. We missed you when you were gone for a little bit, but you're back, so it's awesome to have you. So thanks so much, bro.
No problem. No problem.
All right. Should we end the stream?
Oh yeah,
Or
we had a good one, man. That was pretty cool to have Hearthstone up here. So we
yeah,
appreciate any
really,
guests.
really happy.
Yeah, any guests that want to come up here and give especially if you got some insight, you feel free to just kind of give us a message in the text box, and we can invite you up. It's not just me and Vess. We intend to bring other people, not just AMAs from crypto, but other people in the community like Midget Whale, Luna Man, Hearthstone. Anybody who's got something to say that's quality and isn't just some mindless speculation. We're here. We want to share that with our community. So. All right, guys. Well, this will be up on YouTube in a day or two to reference. So if you want to go back and listen to what Hearthstone said and kind of analyze all that stuff that he divulged to us, it'll be there. And we will post that link in the general channel and in Telegram. I see Vonta Surif is typing. If you're typing something to Hearthstone or whatnot, it'll stay here. It's not going to get deleted when we end the stream. So we will see what you type here at the end. But thanks everybody for coming. Really awesome to have a guest speaker up here. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and thank you so much, Hearthstone, for sharing your
absolutely
arcane knowledge.
Yeah, guys. And remember, if you have a question for Hearthstone, go to the trading chat where he hangs out. So appreciate it so much.
All right,
you guys have a good weekend.
You too.
See ya.
Bye-bye.